'87, he started his own shop, Cain Custom. It grew into something where he was known as the guy around town to bring your hot rod, or you want a race car built, or if you want a paint job, you're going to Mark Cain, you're going to Cain Custom. He was the guy to go to, and he got to the point where he was able to just let his work speak for himself. I know he got put in a few magazines over the years. He made a magazine cover on Good Guys when he was drag racing out at Pacific Raceways. That was the first time it really struck for me. I was like, oh shit, he made this cover of this magazine he would always be reading. Damn, okay. But growing up, he never would really be boasting about it. It was never, oh, look at here, I was in this magazine, or I'm gonna do this so I could be more recognized here and there. He just did it to do it because he liked it and enjoyed it, and he wasn't there for fame, but just to hone in his craft and just be able to do that every day. I remember when I was like a teenager, he, on Speed Channel before everything became big with Motor Trend and all these other car shows and whatnot, he had an opportunity to be on Speed Channel and build this car. And it was funny because I was pushing him into doing it. I'm like, Dad, you got to do it. You're on TV. That'll be so cool. But he turned him down and he said no. And I was just so baffled, and wanted to know why. And he was saying, well, I don't want to be working on a car that I don't like or I don't want to be recognized for. He just wanted to be in this certain bubble, and he didn't want to get outside that for fame or this and that. He just did it because he loved it. He got to do what he loved. And that's, a lot of people can't say that. My dad years ago was diagnosed with ALS. So he was a big part of the community here. And a lot of my dad's friends kind of rallied around that and wanted to help him out during his time when he was sick. My dad's favorite cruise around was 101, the Hood Canal. You get to see everything about Washington, the mountains, the water, just the whole atmosphere that Washington's all about. It was cool to rally and have everybody that my dad enjoyed and loved partake in this cruise, the first one. And it just meant a lot to our family because just being here and growing up in this community, it's such a very tight-knit, especially with the car community too. Everybody helps everybody. So it was really cool to be able to see everyone just kind of rally around my dad when he needed some help, when he was always the guy that kind of went out of his way to help other people too. So after my dad became sick, the first year when we did it, he was not able to talk. So he had this little board where he would write down what he was saying. And let me tell you, he was the worst speller I've ever heard. It was hard to make out what he was saying, but he had a great time and he was always smiling. Years after years, we kept it going, but sometimes we helped out a family friend that was diagnosed with cancer, and we raised money for her doing that. And then when COVID came around, we weren't able to go around the whole 101s, and we decided that it would be better if we kind of stayed local in Kitsap County and hit a few bars to be able to help out during those tough times when COVID was going around. And then after that, we trying to bring it back of why we first started the cruise. And with that, it's hard to experience this knowing that eventually you're gonna die, and it's a hard reality to set in. But if you have the right people around you, it'll make it a lot better, and you get to experience all those good things till the end. And that's what my dad did with that. My dad passed away in November 11th in 2015. It was weird because the fact that you knew he was gonna die, but still had to see that whole thing happening was very hard. And to be able to say goodbye to that was something that a lot of people don't get to do, and I was very fortunate to be able to do that. Looking back, he was my best friend and we did a lot of things together. So I wanted to try to keep this cruise going and memorial of him, and there's been difficulties throughout the years. There was one year where we didn't do it because it was just too much that year. But now we're just trying to keep it going. Known someone for that long and have that relationship with somebody to now know that they get this disease where you don't get to grow old with them anymore. And there is a finish line. It's made it hard for me to accept things more now. And I've had my own issues with mental health throughout the years because of just life. And through that, I've had a great family and community to be able to help. So with that, I just want to be able to give back on doing that. It wouldn't be able to happen without everybody's help. Everyone's pitching in somehow, some way, and just want to be able to help continue to keep this going. We wouldn't be able to do this without Jack at the garage and Annie. Also Mike Montani at Rainy Days, Kylie Danskin for North Main Marketing that's helped us design the logo these last few years and helped me get this foundation up and running. Also, I'd like to thank my mom to be able to allow me to keep doing this and bring out these cars and keep my dad's name going. Also my brother and sister that are there for me and just help get this thing going, because without all of them and without Wally, he's a father figure to me. He's my dad's best friend. He's always there to help us get these cars ready and get them all dialed in and good to go for the cruise year in, year out. So I'd just like to say thank you, all you guys, and thank everyone else for coming all these years, and we'll look forward to seeing you this year, July 20th.
With, do you think that your attitude, and I'll give you a second, go ahead and do what you're gonna do. What's the first one? Oh, best thing, our kids? Yeah. Changed your life, for sure? For the better. Cool, right on.